So it is April 7th, and we're going to be doing cleanup planting day. I just remembered I forgot something. And at the Rain Park, we were supposed to do it a couple of weeks ago, but didn't pan out. So I am hoping that today we will be planting a bunch of stuff. I'm going to show you what we're going to be planting. Turn this around. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be planting today before we get there. This is Calamagrostis. It's a grass. It gets about 3 feet tall. Bouteloua, which is a shorter grass. This is on this shovel right here, is Echinacea. It's called a pale coneflower. And back there is Ficanthium mudicum, also known as mountain mint, which is one of my favorite plants. All of these have been selected for the Rain Park specifically because they need very little maintenance. So the trick with the Rain Park is that it doesn't have a lot of opportunity. We don't have a lot of ability to water the plants and stuff like that. So I had to pick stuff that I knew would likely survive without getting irrigated. I'm going to try to find a couple of ways, or find some way to water them a little bit, because the next week or so it's not supposed to be raining that much, and we're going to be planting them today, which makes me a little worried. So they are already wet, so that'll help. But you know, once they're out in the field and they're in the sun, that can be a real problem. It's like 1:30. People aren't getting here till 2, so I'm a little early, which is kind of cool. You can look at all. There's a lot of the daffodils are totally popping out. Some mugworts aren't growing, which mugwort's an invasive, in case you didn't know. That is this thing right here. Let me see. Here. This is mugwort. It'll get 3.5, 4 feet if it's not managed well. And then all these daffodils, all of them. Here's one, and there's one, and there's one. They're all over the place. There's one, there's one, there's one. So that's good. So this planting is going to be really good. Really get some good, nice looking plants in here. I don't know how many people will be showing up, so with anything that's kind of volunteer community based, it might be me plus 2 people or 1 person or something. We'll see. Hopefully there'll be a lot. There were a lot last time. I am scanning the area here, and to my delight, I have found a couple of outcroppings of this. This is lupinus. It is a native. See, here's a little grouping, and then there's all this other little leaves coming out. Which is very good. There's another one. Really great shot. It's just starting to come out. This is really good to see. It means that, you know, we're getting stuff to grow here. The soil is a little clayey. That's why it's red. It's got a lot of, it's nice and hard and dry, which is why I picked the plants I did. The Bouteloua likes it dry, likes it hot, is not negatively impacted by those kind of stresses. The pale coneflower as well likes dry conditions, which is really important. This is definitely going to be dry throughout parts of the year because there's no place to water it from, and there's no irrigation system. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. All right, so I'm here with Walter Clark. He always looks like this. He always looks. Walter, surprising or not, he is a trustee of South Orange.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better looking than this, unfortunately.
And so, Walter, behind us, you see all the kids. They're in the Rain Park. What are they doing?
That's right. We were doing some planting for spring. Got some new plants coming in. I'll let Neil give you the Latin names because I'm really bad at that.
Bouteloua.
Bouteloua. Okay. Doesn't
Everybody
sound
said Latin
is
was
it?
dead. It's not. It's
No,
just
not if you're planting plants.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've got some young guys here helping us out, and pretty exciting because at the same time we've also got some crews of Girl Scouts that are working on the ecology of the pond as well.
Yep. So tell us, like, so how's this all evolved? How's the evolution of this? Like we got people working here on the rain park. We got people at the pond. How has this evolved over the last, say, 5 years?
It has evolved because people have gotten interested and gotten involved based upon their personal interests and expressing themselves in the town, mostly through the Environmental Commission in this case.
And Green Team now,
Team as well.
the growing Green Team.
That's right, the growing Green Team, growing in two senses of the word. So if you also have an interest or a concern, you can join in as well. We encourage that, and we try to facilitate positive things wherever we can.
There you go.
And I'm going to answer a question from the young man over here. What's going on?
So now this is what it looks like now that it's all been planted. Put a bunch of flowers and grasses in here. I think the flags really make it look great. It just it makes something visible that would normally be invisible because the plants are so small. But now you can see just how covered the space will be. And then we covered this mound with a bunch of Acanthium mountain mint. These pink flags, the pink flag is Calamagrostis. The white flags, you can kind of see right there, it's that is Echinacea, and then the orange flags are Rutilua. So that is Acanthium nudicum, has a red flag. I mean, for me, having done a project like this, we started this in like September 2017. It is now April 2019, and there's still work to be done. Last year, we planted all this space with seeds, and then it got mowed by some landscaping folks, and that just totally destroyed everything. So now we've had to start to rebuild it, and it's been a bit of a slog, I gotta say. Like, a lot of people were mad about how it looked, and because it had been mowed, everything was dead, and there was nothing that I could really do except start to replant it, which is what we're doing. And now it's starting, I mean, just with the flags, it looks great. We got everything in early, so that's good. So now the challenge comes in maintaining this stuff and keeping it alive for the coming first, second year. We're gonna have to water it somehow. We do not have an irrigation system here. I was thinking if at worst there is the pond, and I mean, worst case, we would just get a bunch of buckets and we'll bring them in and we'll water things as it gets too hot or if it hasn't rained enough. But it is a project, it is in process. Landscape design is not like an overnight success or failure. It is really about year after year keeping things moving, and you know, that allows for community organization, community-minded approaches. A lot of this stuff has been done totally with volunteers, so you know, that's the upside to this, that even though it takes a lot of care to get things to look really beautiful, it also can create a community that's really invested in the project, and you get all the benefits. There's a lot of wildlife here now, like beneficial bugs, and butterflies are going to become more attracted to this area. The stormwater management aspects of this, by holding back water coming down that slope and it getting stopped here, everything that does cross this area now is getting filtered better than it was. So there's a lot of benefits to this as well, and it just adds up. And I think every second that I'm here working on this and meeting more people and talking to more people is just investing in nature, investing in the outside spaces of the town and making things better.